Hello everyone, hope we're all preparing for the new week that is starting later on today in some countries or tomorrow in some other countries. So for the past 3 weeks, we have been following specific pairs, especially we've been looking at Euro USD, we've been looking at gold, we've been looking at GBP USD. Now today we're going to be adding on a new one that we shall be following. Now there are 4 that we shall be following here. The others you'll be checking on our social media handles. You post in the comment if you trade other pairs other than those, then we can post them on our social media handles. We keep following them from there. Recall, every setup that we break down, we follow it up, we update it. If it fails, also we learn from it. And also we don't focus so much on winning, we don't expand so much on winning. That's why we are not fans of before, after screenshots here and there. No. So we just keep updating it so that you can learn, because we share the same principles here, right? So today we're adding on AUD USD. So we're going to be having Euro USD, Gold, and GBP USD, and then AUD USD. But also we're adding on something unique. We're going to be adding on synthetic indices in one video. So I just hope the video won't be so long, right? Now, but before we get into the video, I would like to remind you guys that Fast Bull is going to be having a challenge. If really you've been following what we teach you, at least right now you should be heading towards consistency. Kindly join the contest. Winners will be rewarded. Then also there are AI signals whereby top traders enable you to copy their trades. Look at the percentages and the returns that they have. So AI signals have been around for some time. You can compare the signals to the setup that you have, and then you can be able to take them. Chat rooms were introduced. You can create groups, and also you can also have friends, right? So it's a very comprehensive one. But also they recommend brokers. You can check the brokers that are recommended. Here's the challenge that you guys can join, and their prizes to be won. So there are brokers that you can check out, and then which they recommend. Make sure that you do your due diligence, then you add on, then you can, before you choose, right? But also what is very interesting is the charts. I use it a lot, just that our drawings are on TradingView because I was already having them there. But also the charts are very good. You guys have seen me using them. Make sure that you use it. I'm going to leave the links in the description so that you can be able to utilize it. But most especially, do not forget to join the contest, right? So that that prize can be of advantage to you. So without wasting time, let's kick off with the video. Okay, just like I've mentioned, we're adding on AUD USD and synthetic indices. So we're going to be doing a couple of synthetic indices for those who trade. Then we can go to the Forex, right? But let's start with synthetics. Now, this is Volatility 101S. Now, we have spoken about this. Remember, guys, we said that we follow up whatever we share with you and we analyze, we follow it up so that you can learn, right? Our aim is for you to learn. You practice so that you can be consistent. The last time we talked about V100 check on our social media handles. It is there. The advantage is that whatever we talk about is there. Nothing is deleted ever since our social media handles started, ever since our channel started. Nothing is deleted. Everything is there. So just go and search V100 on your favorite social media handle, either if it's not here on YouTube, one of the breakdowns. Check on Instagram if you use Instagram. Check Facebook if you use Facebook. Check TikTok if you use TikTok. All the links are in the description. Kindly use only the links in the description, please, right? So we last talked about V101S when we had created this M, right? And wanted it to come and test this neckline before we can push lower. But our target was slightly up here, this untested level, which the market a bit went overboard. So now let's do another breakdown, but we're going to do a comprehensive one so that you can also utilize it, right? Now, starting from the monthly time frame, what do we observe? We clearly observe that the market broke below this significant level here. I like using red in monthly. So I'm just going to change the color to red, okay? We have that area. Let me just pull it here like this, red, okay? So the market is kind of going to retest it. Now let's go down to the weekly time frame. Now when you come to weekly time frame, we clearly observe the market attempted to retest this level, but never reached clearly. Now, also in between here, we have a band, something like a resistance, which you can mark, which is this one here. Now this is weekly. I'm just going to change the color so that we're aware that we marked this in weekly, okay? You can use a slab or you can use lines, but remember we said that when you're using lines, you have to make sure you mark the close. If you're using slabs, you can mark the close and the wicks like this, okay? That's I mentioned that when we're teaching you guys about how to properly mark support and resistance, okay? So if you're not well conversant, you can use it. So I've just marked both line and and the area, the rectangle. So we have this resistance here. And remember, our aim is for us to go and tap into this red zone that we marked in monthly. So we want a retest, and it's all okay. We have a strong push down. Now we're having a weak retest, but we want it to tap into this, okay? So the direction is upwards. And also we have now a W that we have created, and we are retesting the neckline here before you can continue upwards, okay? Now, let's check if daily agrees with what we are seeing. Now, when you come to daily, everything becomes actually much more clear. Now, let's do something very, very key on daily here that can help you in whatever you're trading. Let me just increase the size of the candle so that you can see properly. You guys can see we have a low here, a lower high. Then we broke down, and the market tested this area here, okay? Let me just clear this so that you can see properly. Let's mark, we have this low. I'm just going to change the color so that you can differentiate properly. So we have this, you see the market made a lower low, came back and retested. So we have a lower low, lower high. This is a lower high. Then we have also the market, when it broke below here, it gave us a lower low. Then the market broke below, broke back above. This is a false breakout. And we finally broke below and properly tested, making this a lower high. And this is the new lower low, which the market created double bottoms on. So this is a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. I think double bottoms. These are the double bottoms. Now, the moment the market broke above here, now we have started an uptrend. Are we together? So this is an uptrend. Remember, what did we say? We said that we're interested in the price pushing higher until this red line. But of course, in between here also we have this high here. You can also mark it if you want. Okay. Remember, daily traders, we're doing day trading. We're not holding for so long. So we're trading level by level. Okay. So let's just clean our chart like this. Also, I am going to, this one I was using it for illustration purposes. The moment the price broke above this area here, because this was our last lower high. Okay. Lower low, lower high, double bottoms. Then we broke above by creating something like a W like this. The price came back and tested this. There's a hidden structure here. Then we started making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Are we together? So now it means that from now onwards, we're supposed to be marking highs, not lows. Okay. So I'm just going to make our chart clean like this. Okay. Remember, this was weekly, telling us that we're supposed to retest this area and we push higher, which we have retested. Okay. So I'm just going to mark for you the highs here. So we have this high. We have a higher high, hidden structure. Of course, we have this hidden structure, which the price came back and tested. Now we have a high that the price tested. Okay. So if you trade V100s, you can clearly see that we have a high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So now our aim is to first reach this area here. Of course, you can add also these highs here, depending on the type of trader you are. You can add them so that you can have various levels of targets. For example, let me add this one here. Just going to put a line here. Okay. If I'm very fast for you, you can slow down the video so that you can be able to get everything. So we have high, low, higher high, higher low. So in this area here, we're looking for change of trend to be pushing higher. In case it's late for you, you can wait for it to break above this high that we have created. We break a high, then we have a retest here, and then we can target that high. When we break this high, remember the major target is for us to target this red line here that we got in monthly. Okay, this is how you do breakdown. So now you have clearly all the levels that you're interested in. You know, this level is of interest, this high is of interest once we break it. Also, this one is of interest, this one is of interest, this one is of interest. But you know, we're supposed to be heading overall to this red line here, okay? Like how we saw in monthly. Now, everything, this is just identifying levels of interest. Like I've always mentioned, these big time frames give us direction and areas of interest, but everything that requires action of taking trades happens in the small time frames. Okay. For example, you can see the market impulsed correction, then gave us an entry area here. Then we took you took the trade. Okay. Now again, the market has pushed higher. Again, it has pushed down. So it has created for us a lower high here. The moment it closes above this lower high with a weak retest again also here, you can take the trade. Or if you are doing intraday, you can even refine further and find out that you can be able to see a change of trend here, and then you target this high here. Maybe if you're scalping or something, if you're doing real intraday trading, then you target this high here like that. Okay. So depending on the type of trader you are, that's how you take the entry. But we recommend H4 and H1. This one is for the people who are using weekly as structure. This one is for people who are using daily as structure. Then you can refine further. If you're using H1, you can use min at 30 or min at 15. Here you can use H1 as your refining time frame. We have spoken about this in the importance of time frames. So that is volatility 100 1S. Okay, I hope you can utilize it, guys. Please do not just focus on analysis. We're doing the analysis, yes, but also learn. Look out. Are these the very things we taught you that we are using, or we're using something different? If there's something new that you're seeing, make sure you ask. You can utilize the comment section so that you can ask. We normally try our best to respond to all comments. Okay. Now, another one we can look at is volatility 25. Let me just clear everything. This was analysis that we did privately. As usual, also we have spoken about volatility 25 a number of times. Okay. We spoke about it when it had just broken this area here, this area here. I'm just going to change this back to the monthly color I like using. I like using red in monthly. I do not cram. This is just a personal preference. You can use any color of your choice. Okay. So starting from here, you can see the market gave us that push there. And then also here we had this false breakout that we want the market to test. And it has not yet tested it. Okay. Some of you will say that there's liquidity resting in this area down here. But personally, this is just the market made a false breakout. So this area is not tested. But also the reason why it's not reaching as quick as we expect is because of this hidden structure here. So it's holding it very tight. Right. So monthly, we have already established our level and how we want to move. So the market came back and it gave us a lower low. So we have a lower high. Okay. So is this one going to act as a higher low before we break above, or it's going to just come and test this area here because there's clearly a false breakout here, or it's going to come and test that false breakout and we come back to test here? We don't know. Okay. How are you going to get to know? By going to the lower time frames, but we've established our frames. Now let's come here. Of course, we're going to adjust. So when I come to the weekly time frame, I'm just going to adjust it like this to suit weekly. Just like we mentioned, we have a false breakout and an improper retest here. Now we need price to come back and test this level here, but we're not just going to force it to come and test. You can see it has taken several weeks without even touching here. Okay. The same thing happens down here. We have a false breakout, but the market, you don't force the market. The market has to show you that, yes, now I'm ready to go there before you can take action. So we have this area here. You can see the market also has not tested this area. Up not tested, down not tested. Okay, but it doesn't mean that you should not trade until it touches here or here. You can utilize it, though these are structured time frames. If it's entry time frame, never do it. Okay, and also if you want to minimize your risk, even if it's structured time frame, that's when you can say I'm strictly going to be taking my trades either this level or this level here, right? So of course we have this high here also not tested. You can add it in weekly. Remember, any time frame that you go lower, you can add structures that you're seeing. So also we have this structure that is not tested. And then from there, the market created this high here. When you stretch it to your right, you can see this level is very significant here. Let me just adjust it very well here like this. Okay. So you can see that the market gave us the standing point, which gave us false breakout, false breakout, false breakout. Then finally we had a proper test here, and yep, another proper test here, another proper test here. So these are key levels that are touching now. Which turning point gave us these key levels? We have this turning point, and also we have this turning point. But above this turning point here, you guys will say that again, there's another liquidity resting above it. So that's why you see that this area here is very key, where we marked this area here, an improperly tested level. So we need the price to come back and test. But still, it can either go back and test down here before going higher, or it can go higher before coming lower. Okay. So we have to see what structure is doing into details. So we're just going to add these details here that we have identified. We identified this area here to show you that this area is very key. You can see how price was reacting whenever it got there. Okay. You can see here, when price got here, it reacted before breaking. When it reached here, it reacted. When it broke above, it reacted. Again, when it came here, it reacted. Now, also in weekly, you can clearly see that we have something like a head and shoulders. Now, if you cannot see head and shoulders, you can clearly again see an M here. Or if you cannot see all these in the candlestick chart, I recommend you go to line chart. Line chart, you can see I spoke about all these types of M's. You can see this big M, or you can see the head and shoulder, or you can see this other M here. And what are the rules of those shapes? If you see a head and shoulder, you see an M, okay? We expect what? A pullback to retest the neckline. If there's an impulse in this leg here, then you use the Fibonacci. We have spoken about all these principles, okay? So now, this one, I'm not going to take it as an impulse because we broke just this turning point here, this one here. Then now we're on this second one here, okay? So it has broken only one turning point. So there's a high probability market may stretch up to this turning point here. So now those who are very experienced can be looking as this is an area of interest to pull back to this level, okay? But if you trade continuations, I do not expect you to be involved in trading this. You'll be waiting for the market maybe to pull back up to it, and you continue lower with it to come and test this area even further, this level here, okay? Or for it to react here and break above, then you can trade here because now it will be going upwards to test this level here, okay? So that's what we observe in weekly. Let's go further in daily so that we can observe properly. Now, of course, again, we're going to adjust our level so that our chart is very organized and neat. You don't want to fail to make decisions. Or if you want, now we can just put this where price is, precisely like this. Where price was, this area here, okay? We can just now adjust it like this to make it a bit precise like this, okay? So now when you come down the daily time frame, this is the only area that you're focusing on. Then also you can adjust this lower one, so it's only with this high. Let me just adjust it so that we are very, very organized here, something like this. So it's not so big. Even the red one, you can keep adjusting. For example, this, you can just adjust it to suit this like this. The upper one is already okay, you can see. So we have organized and adjusted everything. So now you can clearly see the market gave a false breakout here, and then false breakout and came back up and tested, okay? So now you can say that above this neckline here, and then we can be looking for a buyer. Those who are experienced and trade reversals, if you're still practicing the rules, do not trade the reversals, trade continuations, right? So in this case, I've said those who are trading reversals can look for entries around this area here, of course, with a confirmation up to here. But if the market comes, reacts, and then breaks above on a weekly test, now you can now join, because remember, the overall, the market is pushing to come and test this level before continuing down, okay? So if it does that, then you can target this area. But for now, it's we're taking it as a reversal because we have a head and shoulders in weekly, and also we have this M. If you want to use an M, we're just like reversing here before, either continuation from here lower or for a double bottom, okay? So, but these are areas that you can utilize. This area, this area, this area, and one lower. Are we together? Now, let's go to the entry time frame so that we can see everything clearly. You can also mark this. You can add this level here in the daily time frame. We do have a neckline here, the close of this neckline. That's why I'm saying if the market breaks above, it will be so crucial for those who want to trade to take entries as reversals, okay? So I'm just going to adjust this. So above here, then we can see it clearly in H4. So when you come to H4, it will be much, much more clear. Now in H4, you can clearly see the market left untested levels here, here. Now this one has been tested. Let me just mark it for you here. This has been tested. If you to mark a level here, you can clearly see that the price came and tested it here, okay? Here. And then also the first entry for those who are the false breakout we talked about, the first entry was this one here, okay? Our last lower high was this. The market broke above it, came back and tested it. So we had this entry here. You can see it went and targeted this. So we have like a high, a low. So now for us to come and test this, we need a new higher high. And then like this, the market to start trending. Now, if it reacts here, the reaction I'm talking about reacts here a bit, then breaks above. Then on a weekly test, you can use this as your area of interest. Those who trade, who were not interested in this retest here, then you can target that high, okay? So if you trade V25 and V100 1s, I hope you see value in this that I've just showed you here. And you can utilize the same levels. Or if you want, now you can also adjust these rectangles and make them small. You can mark one rectangle here. You can add another one here, because this whole area here was the area we marked in daily. So you can clearly see that now we utilize this move from here to here. Now, if you did not enter from here, we can be waiting for it to break above this area. Now, above this area here, to make a higher high. Now, on the process of it making a higher low, you can take an entry here and then you target here. And then that's the target that will be existing. Now, when you break again above here, okay, on a weekly test, then you can target another untested level here like that. But the moment we break above this area now, remember our daily level was like this. You can just rewind the video. When we break above here on a weekly test, then we can now be targeting the higher levels. But here for you, you can be targeting the immediate highs as an intraday, okay? If you're doing intraday. I know most people do intraday and scalping, though for us, we are mostly holding trades for some time. Now, we have looked at V100s and V25. Now, just not to make the video so long, let's go to the Forex side. We're going to be now looking at Euro USD, Gold, GBP USD, and Euro USD, okay? Now, let's switch to the Forex side. Now, let's start with Euro USD. Now, excuse me. Now, Euro USD, you guys recall we said we had this level that the price broke and never retested. So, and had touched this level here and had a very nice entry for us here. If you go to H4, we have done this entry model, and you guys can just check in the videos. Like whatever we're showing you or we use for weekly breakdowns, we have done it. So you guys recall we said that the market has to first take out this low, break back above, then when it comes back to retest, that's when you can take your entry. And that's exactly what happened, right? You can check out that. I'm just going to link the video so that you can be able to see it. But now let's go back to the structure that we talked about. Recall we're saying that this price has tapped a strong resistance level and wanted it to come and give us a test into. You can see it was making, it made this high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This level came and tested here, and then it pushed higher. It's also evidently seen in the daily time frame. We spoke about this. Everything that you're seeing here, we marked it last week. And then also, if you come back down to daily, you can clearly observe that we do have the market making an impulse correction, higher high, higher low into this area. So higher high, the market has come and then tapped into this level again. Now, currently, again, we came and tested this level here, but again, also we have a small level of support here, which is a neckline of a W. Okay, so but we want the price to come and make a deeper test inside here. Why? Because it was a weekly level. Now that is for last week, but let's clear everything so that we can do afresh. Okay, let me just clear everything so that we can do afresh. Let me just now, of course, when we come back the monthly time frame, what do we observe? We clearly observe that the market is creating this is a W here that the market has created. Allow me to change the color to my favorite monthly time frame. So there's a possibility we may see the market coming to retest here, okay? But now when you go lower to other structure time frames, you notice that there are structures that are hindering it, of course, okay? So you can't just expect to drop down until this area, okay? We're going to eventually see that in the next lower time frame. Also here, you can see that we have this area here that the market, which was a previous lower low, lower high, lower low. So the market came and finally tapped this level here. And again, we have tapped into that area. So we spoke about that in last video, but now I'm just going to mark this high that we made last month that we're going to work with, this neckline and this high. Now, when you come down the weekly time frame, you can see this is this is a very high that we are having here. But then we added in this level here last week, this weekly high here. So I'm just going to change it to that, to blue. Now, if you want, you can just keep reducing the levels like this, but if you want, you can just keep it the way it is. So this is what we have, and the same level as same levels we had last week. Now, when you go down the daily time frame, you can clearly see we're having this higher high, higher low, higher high. But now, yes, the market has tapped into this high here, but we have not seen the market tapping into this area here, which is evidently seen in weekly. This is a weekly level that market impulsed. Yes, okay. The market impulsed, but we have not tapped into this level here. We impulsed by breaking here, but we have not tapped into it. Alternatively, you can see that the market broke above this high. Okay, this high here the market created, and then came back to retest it. Now, when it came back to retest, created this level of, this is like a wall here that the market broke above. Now we have already tested. Okay, so it's what we're expecting the market to come and test, right? Now, it's this same area here. If you want, you can mark it like this. You can mark an area down here. Now, personally, I want to see the market testing that, but we're having a threat here, which I mentioned earlier, this neckline here, okay? Just like we mentioned last week about this area here that we wanted the price to come and test, which I think most of us utilized, okay? So the market has tapped there. Now we're tapping into this neckline here for those who are not able to see, let me just increase the candlestick size. We're now tapping into this neckline area here of the W. So this is a support, this is a resistance. Now we have this level here and this level to work below. So if we break below here and a week retest, we shall be targeting this. But if we break above, if we break back above here, we may need to first watch Euro USD just. But we're interested in so much for it to break in and it comes and gives us a deeper correction here. Okay, so to finalize the test that we want to see in the weekly time frame. This is the test that we want to see in the weekly time frame, because we see a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we want to see this test in weekly. But if it doesn't happen and decides to push a little bit above this area, then you stay out of the out of Euro USD. You don't utilize it. Okay, so this is the level we're working with. So what we want to see as the week is starting, we want to see a very weak reaction. Then when we break below, the high risk traders can utilize there. We're going to sit in H4, or those who play it safe may first want to see the price breaking below this level. Then on a weekly test, then we can be targeting this area here. Why this area here? You can see I've changed the color because it's the level that we want to see tested in the weekly time frame. Now let's check H4 so because daily is giving little detail. Now last week we spoke about it when it was there. We said that when you see the market changing the trend, you can see the price came and then gave us this this low here. Okay, then it made a false breakout, broke back above. This was the entry. You had to come and test this level. We spoke about that last week, right? Now we can clearly observe that the price again here created a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, like that. Okay, so currently we are back to this neckline here of this week. So we want to see the market first making a low. Okay, those who are high risk takers can see a very weak momentum into while coming to this level here. Also, we have a minor false breakout here. If it gives us a weak push into this level here, you can refer into H1 or other time frames that you use. Then you can target back this area here. We have a level also that is not properly tested here. Okay, but when we break and make this low here, now those safe traders can wait for a very weak retest into this level here. Remember, this here is the daily neckline that we're talking about. Okay, we want to see a very weak retest here before we can target this blue level, which is weekly. We marked in weekly. Now, what happens if the market doesn't do that and just pushes above? We have said that you stay out, don't even engage, because the structures that we have marked will have been violated. Okay, so this is what we have for Euro USD. You can connect all the past videos that we have been having in the past weeks. You can see that we have a same pattern. Now let's go also to GBP USD. We also talked about it last week. The same thing that we spoke about. We said that price reached this you guys call it order block or whatever, but this is just a hidden structure. So also wanted this level to be tested. It's all there in the previous video. Just go and check, and then we can come down. Oh, they almost have the same structure because other factors remaining constant. Why other factors? Because GBP is a different currency from the euro. Euro USD is paired against the dollar. GBP USD is paired also against the dollar, but the pound and the euro are a bit different. So different things are affecting them, different news, different things. So different policies are affecting them. So that's why I'm saying other factors remaining constant. So those policies and the rest are the other factors I'm talking about. Now, and exactly that's what price did when tested and came down. But now if we go further to our entry time frame, of course, we are going to redo it. When we go to H4, I just want to show you what happened. You can clearly see this was our target here. You can see my target was just here, but price made a false breakout and we have a strong push. Now, again, it means that we want to see the same thing as on Euro USD. We want to see the price pushing here. So we have this area to utilize and also this area. This is a false breakout. You can see this because it broke above this. This is the level we marked in a structure time frame. So it broke above it and again broke below. So this, we have an area to utilize here to test and also this area. So I want to see a weak push here, then we can utilize the same thing. Now let's redo it so that you can connect it very well. So let's start from the monthly time frame again. Now, when you come to the monthly time frame, remember we said that price broke above this level here. I'm just going to change it to the red time frame. Also, you can see that we're above this level that we had an improper test on it, that price may be interested to come in later. It's almost the same as Euro USD. Then also currently price is in this resistance, which gave us the need to have to push down a little bit. Also, we have another level just slightly above, which is aligning with the structure that was not tested. So if price is to break above, this is the area. We spoke about all that in the previous video. So when you come to this lower time frame, you can just adjust it here in weekly. So also here in weekly, you can just come and adjust it to this neckline here. And then the lower one, you can clearly see also weekly here, just almost like Euro USD. We have a W here, neckline tested, broke above, this level tested, broke above. Now this level here has not been tested yet. The same as Euro USD. You can see this weekly level has not been tested. So if you want, you can just mark here using a blue slab like this. We don't have a test on this weekly level yet. Let me just remove it here. We marked this area as aligning with monthly. Now, when you come down the daily time frame, if you want, you can adjust this level just to suit your level properly. Also, this one, adjust it. Then also, if you want, you can adjust these levels just to make your chart organized so that you can easily make decisions. When your charts are disorganized, decision-making becomes so complicated. So we can just adjust it like this. So this, we tap this resistance, and now remember we also added here level. Last week we said that this was the hidden level that we're talking about here. We said that price has to first react to this level, and also we said that what was our target? Our target was this neckline, and you can clearly see the price came and reacted exactly to this area here, okay, but with a false breakout. Now also, now GBP USD is not like Euro USD. Euro USD still is being held on this neckline. You're seeing for it, this one is below this neckline. If you go to line chart, you'll observe that there's a W here, but we are below the neckline, which is not the case with Euro USD. So there's an advantage to this. So when you go down to H4, remember we said that I mentioned it. You can check the previous video. I'm going to attach it. Price came here, wanted it to react by going to test here, then it breaks below. So we are at support here, but also we are trapped in this resistance. So we have this level, and this level. So actually, GBP USD, according to me, has better structure that is easier for us to utilize. So let's go to H4 and we just utilize this. When you come to H4, I'm just going to adjust this like this. Okay, let's just adjust this like that. Now, when you come to H4 of GBP USD, you clearly observe that this is the false breakout that I was talking about. Price, instead of stopping it, made a false breakout and again broke down. And then this is the other level that I was talking about, this area, and then this one here. So want to see a weak push into this area or even further into this one here. Now watch this movement as the price is moving here. Okay, then you can use your entry rules, but we have shared a couple of entry rules that we use here. If you see any of them, then you can utilize to come and test this blue level. Why this blue level? Remember, it is in the weekly structure. When you're doing top-down analysis, you are looking for those areas that are giving you more confidence. Trading is about confidence. No one knows that this is going to happen like this. This is going to happen like this. So this is the target we're targeting. If you want to have an early exit, you can have this one also as you exit, if only those rules meet. So remember, yes, we are reacting here, but we want to see a very weak momentum into this level here, or even it should go further into this level so that we have a bigger risk to reward ratio. But also if it happens, it's okay, right? We want to just see those rules happening. So use this movement here, look for a change of trend, and then you can target lower. You can use H4, don't forget, or you can use H1 depending on the type of trader you are. Then here you can refine to minute 30, minute 15. Here you can refine to H1. So that is for GBP USD. We're just building on that. Now let's go to gold, because also we talked about gold last week. Okay, all of these did exactly what we expected. Now gold, remember we said that you can either target this area here, it was last week here, you can either target this area or target this. So all of them, those of you who utilize the refining time frames, you're able to target this. Remember we said if you want to exit early, you can target this false breakout here, also refer to the previous week analysis, or you can finally fully target this movement here. Why this area? We say this is a daily previous higher high, which is now a support, very strong, and we wanted it to be tested properly in weekly, because weekly we had an improper test. Now the price has done that, then it went back high, then it has again broken back down. Now let's see, what do we expect of gold? Let's clear everything so that we understand. As usual, we go back to monthly. Now, when you come to monthly, what do we observe clearly here? So we do observe that we have this structure here. Of course, I'm going to go back to my monthly. I'm going to go back to my monthly time, to my monthly color. Then also we have this. Of course, as usual, monthly color. I'm going to mark that. Then also we have this here. Now, currently, this is our monthly high for last month's closure, okay? So now we have tapped into this area, but let's go down to weekly so that we can break it down. Now, when you come to weekly, this is the neckline area that we wanted price to test. You can clearly see W. What happens after W? Neckline tested. All these rules we have taught, okay? So W, neckline tested. Now we broke above this. Now this is the improper test that we're talking about. I'm just redoing it so that you can see it clearly. So I'm just going to delete this because I need to show you that. Now this is the area I wanted price to properly test here. Now I mentioned this last week and you can clearly see price came back. Okay. So you just need to understand proper price action. But if you want, you can leave this. This is the monthly high that we marked. If you want, you can leave it just for, if you can utilize it, price can go more lower. But also what we observe here, we observe that price broke above this level, tested but not well. Now finally we have touched it well. That's why we say that last week this was not a proper touch. Now price has touched it properly. Now we are convinced. Now that's what we say that we expect it to create for us this double bottom here in daily. So, and also if you wanted, you can adjust your level. You can have this level here like this. Then you can reduce this one just like this, okay? So that you have these two levels like this. I mentioned this also last week, or you could just adjust it to the upper one. So also gold, you can see we have come up with our clear levels. You can clearly see we have now our clear levels here that you can utilize in case you find level difficulties in marking levels. So we have this level, we have this level. We have this high here. You can just adjust it like this. We have this high to this high. Sorry, we have this level, this level, this level, this level. So you can utilize it. Now, I know some people are going to be saying the market is creating a triple top or something, but this will not matter as long as this neckline here is not broken. This is a very strong level. The price can decide to stay inside here. As long as it doesn't break below, this is an uptrend. You've clearly seen it in weekly. So for you to sell to this low level or this one here, the price has to first close below here. I know most of you are expecting sales and everything, but it can't be a sell unless the market takes out this neckline. Neckline is very important in structure. I see a lot of you are bearish on it, right? Personally, I'm not bearish on gold. I can't be bearish on gold unless this level is taken out. And even if it is taken out, we still have this monthly level. Let's just go back to monthly. You can see this monthly level here. The price may just be interested in coming to deeply test these levels before continuing. So I'm not bearish on it. Even if this bearish move is to happen, it may just be wanting to come and test these levels deep here, right? Because there's a slight false breakout here. You can see this. We have this and this here. You see this false breakout here. This is a key area, but it has a false breakout. So if it closes below here, a weak push here, and then you can target this level, okay? Those who are waiting for the sales, don't sell earlier, right? Even if you're high risk, gold is not like Forex pairs. This one is a commodity, eh? And remember, it's a safe haven for investors to keep money when things are not working out very well. So that's what we have. Now, also in between here, we do have this daily level. We have been having it in most of the videos that we did. So I'm just going to change it here so I don't confuse you. Now we broke above, broke down, again broke above, now we've broken below. So you can utilize it as a resistance. Now in this case, you can just do some short-term trades. For example, also the previous week we had this very level. Let's just reduce this to make our levels very neat. So in this case, we have this level taken out. Now, this blue level has not been touched well, yet we have a false breakout here. Here, we have a false breakout. So this blue level has not been touched. You can see price never touched. So as price is coming into this area here, you can see we broke this level, okay? And it was a significant. So want a weak push. When the price confirms with this movement, we can target this blue level. Then when price closes below this level here, I'll be interested in to close in the daily time frame. Then we see a weak retest, and we can target this red level here. Remember, I've told you it's bullish, but of course, price can play around here, okay? So gold, this week, I'm not fancying it because of this. Most of the movements that I wanted, it came back and made this double bottom. Personally, I would not want to see it go below this level. So I'll be so much interested in it breaking above this red line. Let me also put here a slab. I'll be so much fancying it to break above this area, this range, this above level here that is holding it, this one. Okay. You can see it has been holding it for quite some time. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. So we are still in this range here. Personally, I'm fancying it to break above, but you don't predict the market. Let it give you what to do. So this level is not touched because of this false breakout. Those who do intraday, let it give you a weak momentum here. Change of trend with this movement upwards, then you can target this and exit. Then wait for daily to close below here. Daily. Why I'm saying daily is because along the day, gold can still close there, because this is the lower range level, this is the upper range level. Why I'm saying daily is that so when it closes like that, then you can have a weekly test in this level to target that level lower. But overall, we are bullish. Don't forget that. Personally, this is not for me, but of course, it's one of the most traded things by traders. So that's why we have been talking about it. This week I'm not fancying it. Now, we have also added AUD USD. Let's look for AUD USD here so that we can also go through it. Okay, this is a personal breakdown. Let me just clear everything here so that so starting from a monthly as usual, so that we can have a very good understanding of the levels that we want to utilize. Now, when you start from the monthly time frame, we have very key areas. For example, this area here, I'm just going to change the color to the monthly level. We have that key area. Then which level gave us that retest? We have this level that was giving us this retest here. Okay. Then also we had this level giving us a retest, that level there. So very key area. Then also we had this level where current price is giving us that level, this one. So these are very, very key levels that I'm marking for you, right? So we have this level here. You can see price was respecting it on the move going upwards, even while coming down. While coming down was going upwards, even while coming down. As you can see, it was respecting all those movements. So since price is not up here, I'm just going to delete here. We want to focus on where price is. I'm going to delete that. I'm also going to delete this one here since price is not up there. But price is reacting around this level. You can see we're going to leave this one touched here, touched, and price is not so far from this level here. And also again, when price broke up, which level gave us a retest? It was this level here. So we're going to also play around with this level here. Not playing around, but we're going to utilize it. It's a very key area for us. We're not playing around, okay? So those are levels we're going to be utilizing. Now let's go down the weekly time frame so that we can identify levels to adjust with. So this level remains the same. Now you can clearly see why this level is so important is that price gave us this false, okay, it's like a head. It broke down, retested, then pushed back up. So this is like it becomes like a false breakout. You can see reacted, broke lower, broke back above, then came back and broke, then false breakout again, broke above. Now this was like a proper retest of this one here. I'm explaining detail so that you can understand exactly how everything came about, right? Now, currently we closed above here. Now we are retesting, but again, price slightly closed below, but let's first adjust this level. Let's really confirm if we closed below or within it. So here, you can see that we can just adjust it to this. Then this, we can just decide to adjust it like this so that we do not have a very big area like this. So let's check, did we close below or we closed within? So we closed below slightly, but it may just be because of slippages and the rest. But this is the level that now we want to work with. Now, in between here also, we have some turning points that you can utilize, but also we have market breaking this turning point and this one. So this could be an impulse. So we have a market that has pushed aggressively above. So we may be seeing just a deeper correction before we push higher. Now that may be very evident when we go to the next time frame, which is daily. Now, this is a structure that we're so much interested in. If you want, again, you can adjust this rectangle so that they're not so big. Now we have that one. You can also come and adjust this one. Let's just get it clear here. We can just adjust this one so it's not so big. Let's adjust this. And also we adjust this. So we have a very neat chart. We're not so disorganized. Decision making is easy. Someone may be wondering, why do you keep adjusting them like that? Because we want our decision making not to be sabotaged. We want to be making decisions very easily. The same thing is happening here. I know someone will be saying head and shoulder. Yes, it looks like one, but it's not because the neckline has not been broken. And you can see this neckline is a very strong level. Now, also it can break it and then break again above. Why? Because of what I've just explained in weekly. It may want to be making a deeper correction. That's why someone may say that I saw head and shoulders and then I was taken out, right? Why? Because you're not following structure. Now, you see here the market came, it changed structure from bearish to bullish from here. So this is very key. You can see price came, broke lower low, then made double bottoms with this. Are you seeing this? Double bottoms and broke above. So from here, we started doing uptrend. Are you seeing this? So we're making higher highs from here. So the market broke above, came and tested this. Okay. Now we don't have a price testing this area. Are you seeing this? This area is not tested. So that's why I'm saying that the price may be wanting to make a deeper correction. Okay. So we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So you can also, sorry, I'd left out this level here. You can also mark this high. Price did this. Sorry. I think the video is too long. So we have this level. So we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now this level here is not tested. So it's the one that if the price changes to bearish, this can be your target, because when price broke above, we came reacted, of course, created this high, but this area was not properly touched. So if price comes here and properly closes below this area and gives us a weak momentum here, right? Weak momentum, then we can be targeting these levels, of course, like this, lower low, lower high, like that. Okay, this is the area we shall be targeting. But right now, we do have a level that is not tested here. So personally, I think I know this is a head and shoulder. Most people are taught like that, but it's not yet a head and shoulder because this neckline has not cleanly been taken out. Okay, I know we closed below, but not cleanly been taken out. So if we can come and touch here and price breaks back above, then we shall be utilizing this area here to continue and touch this upper level. Okay, but if the price comes and touches this level, let's say when the market opens or even breaks lower, then we have a weak retest into this area. Then we shall be targeting this yellow level here. Now let's check further what H4 is showing us. Now when you come to H4, okay, when you come to H4, H4 is still is showing us that the market is moving bearish. But also H4, you can see it shows that this level was never touched, was never tested. Okay, so currently we do have a market that is creating. We see this level here, we broke above it, sorry, below it, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So also this level gave us that. Now want to see, of course, we have some inside structure like this. Want to see a market giving us a weak momentum. Those who want to scalp, do some intraday trading, the moment we see a weak momentum into these regions here, right, into this area here, or this, then you can utilize and target this level here. Remember, we're saying this is the level we want the price to react on. Moment price comes and touches here, there are two ways. It can either break above, then we can utilize this level to push a higher here, or the market comes, breaks here, gives us, sorry, comes and touches this level, gives us a weak momentum here. We utilize this move for change of trend to push lower. But as an intraday, you'll be targeting level by level. You don't hold as a swinger. I'm speaking about intraday because I know most people who are following us are intraday traders. But if you're a swinger and the market closes below and gives us a proper weak momentum into our entry time frame, which is H4, then we can easily target this yellow level below here. So this is what we have added, AUD USD. I hope there are people who trade it. You can compare it with your analysis, okay? Make your personal judgment, and then you compare it with what we have shared, and then you can utilize it, right? So that is it. Have a profitable week ahead. We shall meet on the next breakdown.